welcome our special guest of the evening on Below the Belt Show, actress extraordinaire. You can see her in The Walking Dead World Beyond. We all saw the premiere episode. It was awesome. The one and only Alexa Mansour.
Hi.
Hey, Alexa.
Hey,
Good to have you on Below the Belt Show. I'm Al Soto. Quickly, everybody introduce yourselves to Alexa.
Chachi McFly.
Gabriella.
And Maggie Lovett.
Hi
Yes.
guys. Nice to meet you guys.
So three of us have actually been on set of World Beyond as background actors.
Really?
This is why we really wanted to seek somebody from the show out. So we're really happy because we were actually on set of VCU, which was pretty incredible to be a part of that, a part of Walking Dead history in this amazing spin-off show. So we're just happy to have you on.
Thanks. I'm glad to be on.
Awesome. First of all, Alexa, we love the show. So much craziness going on in the premiere episode. I got so many questions. Obviously, questions that can't be answered because we have to keep watching. But I guess overall, how has the experience been with shooting in Richmond, Virginia?
It's been crazy. I mean, I always say this, but it's like it was 115 degrees when we got there, like when we started filming. And then like by the time we wrapped, it got down to the 20s, I think. So it was a whirlwind. I mean, it was a lot. And I've never been to Richmond. So it was just kind of,
cool.
Everything was super new to me, but it was great. It was a really nice experience.
Yeah, the 115-degree heat must have been really tough with all those like action sequences, which you might have done under the bus in that luggage compartment. And I got to
Yes.
feel for also the walkers in 115-degree heat.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, all that makeup, that must suck.
Right, 'cause you guys are dressed for one climate, and that's it, no matter whether it's 110 or if it's 30 degrees. That's
Yeah.
pretty rough.
Yeah, it was very rough. I think some people got heat stroke on set.
Oh no!
Oh, God.
That's
It
crazy.
was like the 80s and stuff, but oh god, it was crazy.
Welcome to the East Coast with all the humidity.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Let's talk about the that luggage compartment scene. I love how that was shot. I just curious how it seemed like everything was in motion. The bus was in motion. Can you tell us a little bit of how that scene was shot?
Well, the bus was going really, really slowly. I was strapped in under the bus, and
Okay.
it wasn't going very fast. I think maybe it was going like 15 miles an hour, if that much.
Okay.
But there was this kind of this like just this thing that attached the bottom of the bus on the compartment, and the stunt double was attached to that little machine or whatever. And whenever it was time to like fight him or whatever, he would just randomly pop up and then slide away. So the whole time he was attached to the bus. And I mean, I knew the guy that was I knew the guy that was in the costume. So the whole time he's like trying to make me laugh, and I'm there having to scream in like 10 seconds and I'm laughing my ass off. It was fun though. It was really, really cool. I've never been in the luggage compartment.
Awesome. Well, if you could tell us a little about your audition journey for this show. I'm reading that you did audition 7 to 8 times for Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, I auditioned a lot since I started acting when I was like 17. I was auditioning for Walking Dead and then Fear, and I would usually get callbacks and stuff, but I never went far enough to book the role. I guess the roles just weren't really right. But then in April of 2019, I got called in for an untitled Walking Dead series, and I showed up to the audition really hungover. I was just, I'm honestly saying this, I never do that. If I know I have an audition, I will not go out in advance.
I've done it before. I'm
But
guilty.
at this point, I was like, they've called me in so many times and they never hire me. I was like, I'm just whatever. I'm just gonna go out with my friends and I'll see what happens tomorrow.
Right.
The audition went really great. I was actually really shocked. And the character too was kind of this character that didn't give a. Can I curse on here?
Yeah, you can say whatever the F you want.
This character just didn't give a shit about anybody or anything. So it was super easy to play her hungover. So I did the audition, did not hear back until June, like mid to late June. And then I got a call saying that Scott and Matt wanted to meet with me. And then I did that. And then I got called in to test for AMC. So by the time I was with AMC, that was the third audition. but AMC didn't think that I was edgy enough, so I had to go back and do another audition after, and that was 4 auditions. And then after that, I was told I got the job. Called in to go to New York to read with all the possible irises. And there was this one girl that was there, and she was like, my friend just auditioned for Hope like 2 days ago, so I don't think this job is really yours. And I remember sitting in New York and like being on the flight back home, and I call my manager. I'm like, what is going on? I was freaking out. But finally, everything was set in stone, and the news got released. So yeah, it was like a solid 4 to 5 auditions just to get this job.
So do you think she was
Awesome.
trying to throw you off and trying to sabotage your next audition?
Maybe, maybe she had a little bit of a feel to her that was just kind of very superior
Uh,
Mhm.
to everybody else. And then at first, I thought that she got the role of Iris. I heard from someone or something that she was the one that booked it, and I just remember being on my way to Virginia with my mom and telling her, being like, you know what, I'm just gonna deal with the cards I've been dealt, and I'm gonna be courteous. I'm gonna be nice. We're
Right.
gonna get to the shoot. Everything's gonna be great. And then I found out Aaliyah got the job, and I was screaming so loud in the hotel. I was like, I've never been so happy in my life.
That
so
is
that's pretty cool. So she
amazing.
doesn't get it and you get it, and it's got to burn her now to watch you on the season premiere.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's why you never be mean to people when you're auditioning, because like
You never know who you're gonna work with.
right, or you might not get the role, and then you might have to
Yeah.
see them on TV, and then you're gonna feel really upset about it.
Yeah. I just think it's so much easier just to be nice to people. I don't.
Of course.
Yeah.
Totally. I was curious about, I guess, how Hope and Iris are sisters. I'm assuming Alexa, your character was adopted.
We were both adopted.
You're both adopted.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know. I was a little shocked too because I figured, I was like, well, you could totally be Joe's and the other, I don't know her name, our mom's daughter.
Right.
And she was like, and apparently the whole thing was, I don't know if this is, I don't think this is a spoiler at all, but we were in the crib together when our parents came to get us. We were in the crib together, and we had bonded so much in like as babies that they were like, oh, we can't just take one of them. It's like when you get a puppy and you're like, oh, I got to get the other one too.
Right.
Oh
Aw,
wow.
that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome. I'm so glad that we got some answers on that. Wow, I was like that was one of my burning questions. Good. Wow, so working with a great cast. I mean, first of all, how's it working with Nico? Because I've met Nico. I've worked on Younger, a couple of episodes of Younger up in New York, and he's just a fun guy. And Riot, super friendly. How was
Yeah.
your experiences
Funny
with?
story about Nico. I had the biggest crush on them growing up. I saw them in Scream. I saw them in some like Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
and Younger. I was a huge fan of Younger. And I remember one time we all went, I think we went bowling or something, and I was outside, and we were drinking a little bit. Nico doesn't drink, but I looked at Nico and I was like, I used to love you. And they were like, that's so sweet. I was like, no, I loved you. And that's like, but I was also like, I also was like, well, they're a lot older than me now, and they're married, and like they're awesome and whatnot, and we became such good friends. Like Nico, Hal, and I would hang out almost every weekend.
Oh,
Sometimes
cool.
every night. Nico and I would go on like bike rides around VCU and stuff, and it was really great. You hear these stories about meeting, like, I shouldn't say idols, but like people that you really admire and stuff, and it
Yeah.
just not being what you expected. And everyone on this cast was like above and beyond what I could have imagined.
Well, being on like a young cast, is there any kind of like romance behind the scenes during filming?
God, I wish there was. That was like what the one
Uh,
thing I wanted to tell Matt and Scott, like, give me a boyfriend on the show, please. But no, there wasn't any romance at all. I went out with someone in Virginia for like a week, but then that
oh,
person got really strange, so I just said goodbye.
oh,
But within the cast, no, there was nothing. And I'm 24 and I play Younger. Everyone's actually
Yes.
younger,
okay.
so
Ah, okay. Yeah, you do have that. age range where you can play that young high school age, for sure. What about working with Annette?
Annette was a force to be reckoned with. She is so awesome and so talented. We we vibed right off the bat. At the time we were signed to the same agency. So my agent kind of like told me about her and all this kind of stuff, and I found out that she was on the Americans and got so much praise for that. And I mean, she is like a beast when it comes to being on set and whatnot. So it was a little intimidating because every time she would do it, like she would get so into the role, and I'd be sitting in the cast chair, and I'd just be like, man, should I be doing that? Like, do I need to? Am I not doing enough right now? Because she's doing like a lot and like prepping really hard. She's a master at her craft. That is all I could say.
That's awesome. Did any actors give you any advice or pointers like Nico or Annette or any other cast as,
Uh,
being veterans in the business?
we never really got any pointers from anyone, to be honest. Some directors, yeah, but for the most part, they all kind of let us do our own thing with the characters, which was really nice.
Nice.
Nico always texts me, and they're just like your life's gonna change. Get ready, kid. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh
That's like
yeah.
that's what I get from Nico.
That's the thing. Walking Dead has a huge fandom. Of course, this is a spin-off of one of the most popular franchises. Going into it, were you a Walking Dead fan? Did you watch the main show in Fear?
I was a Walking Dead fan. I had seen a little bit of Fear. I had seen a little bit of Walking Dead, maybe like 3 seasons or so, but I kind of just stopped watching it, just got lost in all of it. But I would
Yeah.
go to Halloween Horror Nights religiously every year, and I
Oh
would go
yeah,
like
love it.
4 times. I would a lot, and like the Walking Dead maze was always the one that I looked forward to
Mhm.
the most. Um,
Yeah, we
so
were
yeah,
there.
you guys were there?
Yeah, the one in LA.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one. Yeah, I love it. So definitely a big fan of it. But uh, as for watching the show, I have the worst like focus ever. So if I'm like watching something too long, I have to like switch it, and I just kind of got lost.
Well, it's got to be cool when you first see the walkers in person, and they're all made up, and you're finally on set with the walkers or the empties, or whatever you want to call them. How was that first experience of being in a scene with a empty?
Empty.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think the first actual scene we were in was the throwing up scene where Iris, I think that was the first time I was actually in a scene with one. First time I saw a walker, I didn't have anything, I didn't have any scenes till later in the day. So one of the PAs came up to me and she's like, "Do you want to go see zombies?" And I was like, "Yeah, duh."
Right.
We go, and a part of me was like, "Oh my God, is this gonna be like Halloween Horror Nights where they try and scare me?" And my stomach
Right.
I get there, and there's just like this group of walkers, and they're all hanging out and talking to each other. They've got like the Nature Valley granola bars in their hand. And I felt like a little bitch, to be honest. I was like, I can't believe I was scared of this.
Have you
Took
decided on
the
your?
whole scary element out of it now, seeing them watching, eating granola bars.
Yeah, I was like, all right, well, I guess we're all normal people. So,
Right.
What are you going to wear for Halloween this year?
man, I don't know. I'm in Vancouver doing another job, and everyone's there.
Nice.
Thanks. So I can actually dress up and go do something. Um, I wonder if I show you on my phone if you'll actually be able to see it.
Yeah, that would be
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
I found this costume, and I was like, I've never been one to do the whole like girly, super girly costume and whatnot.
Mhm.
Right.
So I found this. It's like a blow up costume. So
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I hope that.
Yeah,
Why
we
do you
love
put?
Halloween. We're
Okay,
excited.
cool.
See,
Here we
here
go.
we go.
Oh my
Ah!
god.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
people who are listening in, that's like a blow up. What's that? A blow up
That one
T-Rex?
or this one, but this one might be a little bit too controversial.
You're not the kind of girl that goes
Donald
like
Trump. I love it.
you're not the girl that goes in for the sexy costumes, do you?
No, no, I did it like 1 year in middle school and it backfired on me, so I never did it after that.
Backfire.
I
Yeah.
I try to be a spy. I was like it wasn't even sexy. I was wearing like tight pants and a tight shirt and like I straightened my hair. It was super long. I showed up to school And the guy that I was like literally trying to impress is like, "Are you Michael Jackson?" And I was like, I looked at him, I was like, "I'm a spy."
Oh,
Yeah, so ever since then, it's funny costumes all the way.
well, I'm sure he's regretting his decision now, calling you Michael Jackson. He's like you know that girl on the new Walking Dead show. Like I totally could have went out with her, but I thought she was Michael Jackson. Like he's regretting it. There's always two
Matt,
type of, there's always the girl that dresses sexy and the girl that dresses funny.
yeah,
I respect them both, honestly.
or the one that sits at home eating candy, right?
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Vancouver. Are you allowed to talk about the project you're working on now?
I I don't know because they haven't announced my character.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say no because I don't this they haven't like talked about who this girl is or anything. But it's an Apple TV show and I'm sure you guys will hear about it pretty soon.
Sweet.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You know
Well,
what's pretty cool is like last around this time last year, like me and Al were up at New York Comic Con and we actually saw the trailer. The
Hey,
first
I was
time
there
it was
too.
displayed. You were there
Maggie
too,
was there
yeah.
as well.
Awesome. The first time it was displayed and we saw the trailer for your show,
Mhm.
which was very exciting.
Thanks. Yeah, this time last year was absolutely insane. I mean, I was doing World Beyond and I thought I would have been there right now, but
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
How
that's a
was
pretty
that
long
New York
year.
Comic Con experience? Was that your first like big convention experience?
yeah, that was like my first real big thing. And it was crazy because we had night shoots for 3 nights in a row before that. And so I hadn't slept in about 36 hours,
Wow.
I think,
Oh gosh.
because the night before, like the morning, we wrapped the morning of Comic Con. I wrapped at 3 a.m. I had a 5 a.m. flight. So I took my suitcase to set, showered in my trailer, which you don't want to do because the showers in any trailer are absolutely disgusting.
Right.
I don't know where that water came from, but
Right.
like, I'm at Nico and I had the same flight, so they're like watching over me because I'm just like losing my mind and seeing things. And I remember trying to sleep on the plane, and it was like a 45-minute flight, could not sleep. Get to the hotel, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and sleep. I have like 2 hours. Could not sleep to save my life. Got to Comic Con. I'm sitting on the panel, and they have like that timer on the stage. And I just remember seeing like double and triple of that one timer, and everything was like coming up at me.
Oh,
I don't know if
no.
you like. I was hallucinating by that point. This was
Wow.
48 hours no sleep, and I I went out after I had some friends in New York that were there. I went out and I drank as much as I could to make myself fall asleep.
Yeah, we know New York Comic Con. I mean, wears you out.
And we had interviews and press and all this stuff to do after. So after New York Comic Con, I was still on my feet for another like 4 or 5 hours.
So Nico mentioned that life was going to change. Has it for you, Alexa? Are you getting recognized a ton more?
I haven't really left my apartment in Canada yet, so I don't know. Um, but I've been getting like more messages on Instagram. Someone asked me for feet pictures, which I don't think I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
Um, yeah, I don't. I'm getting like weird messages on Instagram.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh no.
Well, we apologize for the guy community. They always go
no,
above and
Guys,
beyond
I
guys
thought
like to fuck stuff up,
I
Yeah.
thought it was really funny. I'm also getting people that I haven't spoken to in years that are coming out of the woodwork and
Oh.
telling me how proud they are, and it's sweet, but it's just
No,
like
no guys that are trying to hit on you now that you knew from back in the day.
actually, yeah, I did
Yeah.
get two. I did get two guys. But you know, I like them. I think I like them during their prime, and I don't think anymore. I mean, yeah, I always like the guys that peaked in high school, and
I
no,
love it.
They're probably like, "Oh, long time no talk. How you been? What have you been up
yeah,
to?"
that's exactly what it is. And like people that I met on nights out, just like random girls that I've passed by, like, "How are you, hun? I miss you so much." I'm like, I don't. I met you for 2 seconds, but it's cool. I miss you too.
People are all the same, aren't they? That's funny.
Yeah.
Alexa, I actually watched your episode of Madam Secretary last night. I
Oh,
was really impressed.
thank you. Thanks.
You played an Afghani teenager. Tell us about developing that accent because your background is Mexican and Egyptian, correct?
Yes, I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
It was I don't know how that accent came about, if I'm being honest. I've done so many roles with that Middle Eastern accent.
Oh, cool.
Like I think How to Get Away with Murder and SEAL Team were the other two ones that I had an accent. And for the most part, I was just kind of like channeling my dad because his English is still kind of broken and stuff. I mean, he speaks great English, but he still has a super
Right.
accent.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then a lot of it was watching Borat and stuff. Borat,
Oh my
if
god.
I'm being honest.
That's one of my favorites. That is
And then
amazing.
a second one is coming out. I'm
The
so
trailer. Did you see the trailer?
yeah, when
Holy-
he's like at Mike Pence's thing, and he has like the girl, and he's like,
Yes,
"Brought you, girl! I brought you, girl!"
looks hilarious. Looks hilarious.
The thing about this role is like I can't believe it's a very realistic situation when if a girl is talking to an American, they have honor killings where they can actually kill a
Mhm.
woman.
Yeah.
And I think it's crazy how that is actually reality. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that should not be happening anymore.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You work closely with Jeffrey Arend in your scene?
He's so awesome. He is so funny. I remember seeing him in that movie, The Ringer, Knoxville.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite movies growing up. It was so cool working with him. That's like the one thing is like I get to meet these people that I used to idolize and really look up to, and now I'm like working with them. And that to me is just absolutely insane.
Sarah, you've been a little quiet. Do you have anything to talk to Ask Alexa?
Yes. So your new song came out, Baggage. What was the inspiration behind it? All your music is amazing, by the way. That's like the fourth song you've put out now, right?
Baggage came out.
Yeah, we got to hear it.
We got a little sneak peek.
Okay.
Is that song not supposed to be out yet?
No, Baggage is coming out. That's the next one that's coming.
Ah, okay. That's the one that
For
your
a second, I
PR.
wasn't sure if you guys meant to say like Can't Stop Myself because that one came out.
Oh, because your PR sent baggage.
Oh, that's fine. That's totally fine.
Okay.
Baggage was the funny thing about Baggage is I wrote it when I was still with my ex-boyfriend, which is like a red flag. If you're writing a song about breaking up when you're still with someone, you know, probably not for the best. But
Baggage.
he was a
Channeling your
musician.
inner Taylor Swift there.
Yeah, I think definitely I kind of really like Taylor Swift. I love that girl. But yeah, so he was always going on tour and stuff. He was a musician. And the song initially started off being really, really sad. I mean, it's what you heard and what I wrote is completely different.
Okay.
I wrote it on the piano and it was super sad and slow and whatnot. And it was just basically saying like, you know, you're leaving all the time and then it turned into the song that was kind of like being more so like, oh, you're kind of messed up and I don't want anything to do with you. You know, so it turned a little bit.
I love the song. By the
Thank
way,
you.
it was amazing.
Does he
what
know
would
that you
you
wrote a song about him?
Actually, he does. I haven't showed him that one. We're still friends, which
Okay.
is kind of funny. So start
okay.
For now, right?
yeah, tell me about it.
Until the song drops.
Oh, when the EP drops, the Baggage was not the worst one that I wrote about him.
Oh God.
Yeah, but he wrote a song about me, so I think we're kind of equal.
Okay.
Yeah.
God. Just
Yeah.
don't date a musician then, because you might get a song.
Yeah, definitely don't date musicians or
If you do,
comedians.
treat them right.
Treat them very right.
Right.
Comedians, you're gonna get roasted either way.
You said
Right.
musicians, or what was the other one?
Comedians or
Oh,
musicians.
comedians. Have you had a
Yeah.
bad experience with a comedian?
I haven't had a bad experience, but like I have a really good friend that's a comedian, and every time I hang out with him, I'm like, I feel like I'm just gonna be a punchline next time that you're on stage.
Right.
You know, like the LA girl or this or that, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh man, like, I don't know what to say around you.
Who are?
Okay.
Oh no, I was curious about your musical influences.
I really like Banks and Halsey.
Yes.
I used to listen to a lot of Christina Aguilera and Adele. Not that
Yes.
my music is very similar to theirs, but they're definitely their music and the messages that their music had. Mostly Adele played a big part in me wanting to sing and do that. Just like the way that her music affected me, I really wanted my music to affect people in the same way or have an impact on people.
Any older artists had an influence on you?
Celine Dion.
Oh,
Definitely
cool.
Celine Dion. I loved Michael Jackson, still do.
Yeah.
Phil Collins.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Some
Yeah.
Genesis.
And then my mom used to always play Delita, this guy named Yanni, when I was a kid.
Donnie.
Yeah. Like,
With the hair.
oh my gosh, yeah. I think that,
Yeah.
The long hair.
yeah.
Well, I think that's awesome that you're also a singer-songwriter because I know Emily Kinney, who played Beth Green, they kind of showcased her singing on The Walking Dead. Maybe that they would do the same for you on World.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
Does this interview now remind you of your role in Unfriended Dark Web? Because we're on Skype.
This is kind of like the movie, yeah, but
Yeah.
I shot everything that I shot. I didn't do it with anyone. Like, I was the only one on set that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I remember going to the wrap party for that, and one of the main girls saw me, and she was like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You're not supposed to be at the wrap party." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Are you a fan?" And I was like, "No, I'm
What?
yeah," because none of us, like, I didn't work with any of them.
Oh wow.
I didn't get to see them on set or anything. My days were completely different.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Wow.
like, we watched the movie right before that, so a part of me was also kind of like,
Yeah. Come on.
Right.
Should
But
never
they don't.
question that.
So they don't actually film in a Skype or like online chat kind of format. They filmed this
Oh
separate.
no, I think they did. I think they did
Okay.
because everything that I shot was shot on a MacBook. Like I have a MacBook like that, like this, and yeah, for the most part, it was like iPhones and MacBooks.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
pretty sure, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're
So we
pretty
know.
cool type of horror movies. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, I want to check it out. I'm really dying to check it out. I was curious when season 2 of World Beyond is supposed to start, and if you had any information on that, and also the fact that we're only getting 2 seasons of World
Yeah.
Beyond as a limited
Yeah.
series. Yeah.
I believe it should be starting in January. As of right now, I'll be going back end of January. But we never, with everything that's happening in the world, I don't really know.
Yeah, everything's been shifted around because I know we were supposed to see your show like earlier, a lot earlier than this October,
Yeah.
and things got pushed because of scheduling. But
So I know you I know you can't reveal anything, but if there were to be a crossover at some point on your show, who would you like to see on your show?
oh, that's a good question.
On World
Daryl
Beyond.
Dixon.
Daryl, definitely.
Dixon. And I know Aaliyah would say Negan.
Okay.
So, but yeah, 100% Daryl Dixon. I think that he's like a guy version of, or Hope's a girl version of him, and a little bit younger. Maybe not exactly alike, but they both have this similar way about themselves. And I also would die to work with Norman Reedus.
Awesome, Maggie.
Would
Sarah,
you
any
actually see your do you actually see your parents in the show, or could Daryl maybe be your father?
Ah,
You know what? That would be sick. We don't know who
Right?
Hope's actual parents are.
See that?
yeah. Oh, that's
Right.
actually a good fan theory that you just started.
Hey,
I haven't
Dad, remember me? You abandoned me.
Right, right. Well, give me a shout out. Give me a shout out if it actually comes true. Say like Chachi was right. Like
Well, World Beyond will be tying in from what I read, so we're really excited about it. And man, the end of the first episode, Alexa CRM. Oh my God, took everybody out. Man, I'm devastated to see that.
I know.
So
Killed all those background people off.
yes.
I know. Well, I don't know if we're gonna get called.
You guys could have gone out. The possibilities are endless.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Awesome, Maggie or Sarah. Any other closing questions?
Yes, so I know you play the piano. Do you play any other instrument? And how long have you been playing the piano for?
I started playing the piano when I was 5. I'm not as good as you'd think I'd be for having played the piano for 19 years, but that's the only instrument that I play. I tried playing guitar for a little bit, but it just didn't go very well.
That's
Awesome.
awesome. Great at it.
Thank you.
And we'll have Maggie ask the last question.
Oh, wow.
You're on the spot.
Are there any upcoming episodes that are like standout episodes for you?
The Blaze of Gory. I don't know if it's me personally, but just all of us. It was such an intense episode to shoot, and I think that one's definitely going to stand out a lot. And then towards the end of the season, but I'm not going to reveal anything that happens later on.
Excellent.
Awesome. Wow. Alexa, thanks so much for being
Thank
a
you
part
guys
of
for having me.
the Belt Show. If you could do a little promo, let us know who you are, your character from World Beyond, and let us know you're on Below the Belt Show, and then throw out whatever you want at the end.
Hey guys, I'm Alexa Mansour. I play Hope in The Walking Dead World Beyond, and you're watching Below the Belt Show.
Yes.
Awesome,
That was
And
awesome.
let's do a screenshot so everybody pose
Pose
on the
and
count of
smile.
3. Yep. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Alexa, thanks so much. Have a good day on set.
Thank you.
We can't wait
Best
to
of luck.
hear.
Don't die on the show.
No, I won't die. If they try and kill me on the show, I just want you guys to know that I will not go down.
Okay.
All
I will be like, no, this
All right.
isn't happening.
At least 2 seasons.
Hey, say hi to your dad, Daryl, for us.
Oh yeah, I will. Daddy. Oh, that sounds really weird.
To like explore outside of Vancouver.
Okay, I get even weirder.
All right.
Aw.
Alexa, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
All
bye-bye.
right. Bye.
you.